All right, I'm headed out to the 1,100 cows that we are supplying the water for. That's 1,100 cows. And it's a 30-mile drive from our farm. And this is on icy roads. We had snow and it's cold. Like I said, it's a 30-mile drive. This is just part of that drive. I think it was about halfway there at this point in the drive. And then as I got closer, here's what it looked like. And as we approach, we'll be approaching the first field. And when we approach the first field, you'll see the blue water tanks or water troughs. They are large basins of water. There's going to be a total of 19 that I deal with today. And I'll show you each one of those and how we break the ice, remove the ice from the tanks, from the troughs, from the basins, and then put more water in them if necessary by transporting water in larger water tanks that are on the back of a trailer, on the back of a pickup truck. So as we approach the first field here, you see the blue water troughs. And then now I will let the audio go over to the audio that I originally recorded as I was taking the video. Here's a vehicle I drove out here. It's just a small car owned by our farm, by my boss. Here's two tools I'll use. It's kind of a hammer, axe kind of thing to break ice. And this fork, pitchfork, to pull the ice out of the tank, the trough. See, there's two cows here who are thirsty. They can't get to the water because there's ice on top that's frozen. So, I've got to walk in. Here's that first trough that I broke. There's a cow drinking in it. Well, he was drinking it till I turned the camera on. You notice I only broke part of that, if you remember, when I first broke it. Again, I got to pull all the ice out with this fork too. Okay, this is what the troughs look like. I've broken all the ice up, so you can see the ice is floating on the top of these four troughs. And this isn't working too well. I'm on the camera with one hand. I usually use both hands, so once I clear out the entire thing, then there won't be any ice floating on the top. Okay, so I've pulled basically most of the ice out of this except a few little pieces floating around in there. That's no big deal. And this is one that I haven't pulled any ice out of yet, but I've broken the ice. See? So that's what I'll be doing. I've got 19 of these tanks all together. Most of them will be like this. Some of them will be empty, maybe. Okay. I finished this field. A couple cows are coming to drink. At a certain time during the day, a little bit later, a lot of them will just come at the same time. I'm going to move on to the next field. It's down this road here, which is a dirt road covered in snow. Okay, moving on to the second field. You see my gloves there on the dashboard. They're being stuck a little bit here in the snow. slippery. Here's my gloves. I got them drying out on the defroster with a faux heater. Here's some cows. These small troughs have nutrients in them, mineral blocks that they lick on. It's a block of minerals. They like licking on those. They're like salt. As you can see, it's all white out here. It's just a bunch of snow. The next field's about a mile away, so I'll try not to get all over again close to that. I'm coming up on a corner here. It's got a lot of snow on it. I went through this yesterday. I got to go through it kind of fast or I'll get stuck. So the snow's piled up. It's goes pretty quickly. And it's not a problem. We'll be coming up on the second field here in about half a mile. These are all beef cattle. One day they'll be hamburgers and steaks, hot roasts and fried ribs. A lot of money. A lot of money. The car service for the every 3 weeks, which is weekly. You really should be vegetarians. I'll do the same thing. I'll break the ice and then remove the ice with the fork. I don't know if you can see, the cows are way out there in the field. This is corn stubble they're eating. Corn had been harvested back in the fall. Now it's the winter, and they're eating the stubble from the corn. Again, here's frozen. It's ice under a little bit of snow, and I'll be breaking that on these 4 and getting rid of the ice. I'm still in the second field here. I wanted to show you. I've just broken up these four troughs of ice, these containers. I'm getting ready to take the ice out of them. And you notice we throw the ice to the side and you get big piles of ice which will melt in the spring. Some of it will melt in the winter because sometimes temperature gets above freezing, but not too often. Here's a couple piles of ice. There used to be troughs here. We moved the troughs down this way to get them out of the way of the piles of ice because the cows won't walk on the ice. And when we get too much ice built up that we've thrown out, and we do it every day, then we have to move the troughs so that the cows can get to the water. You'll notice down here, there's a pile of ice. There's kind of a space here where they could walk to the water, trough. But it's a pretty big pile of ice. At some point we want to maybe let the water trough be run dry by not adding more water to it so that we can move it so it'll be light enough to pick up. See, here's a space where the cows can walk in and get to the water trough between the piles of ice that we've thrown out. So now I'm going to throw out all this ice onto these piles. Alright, so I finished
breaking the ice and taking the ice out of these 4 troughs. And there's those cows, about 275. This is the second field, so 2 fields with about 275. It's about 550 cows. The third field you can see over there in the distance, about another 275 cows. And we'll drive down to that right now. Put my gloves up there to dry off a bit in the heater. I left the car running so it'll be warm. And off we go. Driving on snow. Completely covered with snow. It's actually better to drive on the ice. Snow's different than ice in the world. We come on this field, we see the cows are closer to the water. Actually, they might be down there looking on the salt blocks, the mineral blocks. Looks like near water containers. So this is the third field. We're going about 275 cows on this field. Got one more field to go after this one. Yeah, looks like these cows are down there in those mineral blocks. Later on we might see some cows, a whole bunch of cows come up to drink water. They tend to drink water later in the day here. Still early in the morning, it's still about 10:30 now. So there's 5 troughs here. And I'm just going to do the same thing I did with the other ones. Yeah, I'm going to do the same thing I did with the first 2 fields. I just wanted to show you, this might be a better view of the cows. Actually, that's the last field I did, the second field. And here's the third field. Again, they're contained inside of an electric fence. The electric current will give them a small shock if they touch it. And they know that, so they just stay in there. They'll get thirsty later. Okay, I'm still in the third field. I broke the ice. So if we notice here, I kind of lost some ice in these because I'm going to put more water in these. And when I put more water in these, it'll melt that ice. These are kind of low if you look. There's kind of ice built up on the outside too. Well, when it gets toward the spring, a lot of the stuff will start melting, and we won't have to break the ice in the water troughs. But like I said, I'm making a mental note of the fact I've got to bring more water back here. I'll show you that later. a couple cows here. This water's not frozen very hard because I brought this water out here last night around 5 o'clock. So it's not frozen as hard as the other stuff, which was brought out earlier in the day. And we have to put more water in this trough. Bunch more cows. So after I break the ice and clean the ice out of these two, there's 3 more up there, and then I'll go get some more water to fill some of these empty tanks. Okay, we're driving up next to the electric fence here. This is still the last field, the 4th one. Driving up to where the last 3 tanks are. The last 3 tanks will be right up here. And for some reason, I don't know why they put the tanks up there. The cows never come up here. I don't know. Well, a lot of times they don't. We'll see if they carry much water. These are the last 3 tanks. I guess they're pretty empty. I guess the cows decided to drink more water up here. I'll have to bring more water into these tanks. Okay, I'll break this ice and pull the ice out of the tanks, and then we'll go get more water for some of these tanks. I'll show you how we do that. Okay, so we're going to leave this car here. We're going to take this truck with these 2 water tanks on the trailer. Each tank holds about 1,500 gallons, 1,500 gallons. I'll get in this pickup truck. I've got my bananas in there. Little snack. We'll get ready to start this thing up. Okay, we started that up. Turn on the windshield wipers. Oh, we're ready to roll. Okay, we'll take this up to where I get the water, and then I'll show you how to put the water in. Alright, I've hooked up a hose. This is a shop on a dairy. This is a dairy where they have dairy cows. It's a shop where they let us use the water. And I've hooked up this hose, which will go into the tank, and when I go like this, the water starts filling the 1,500 gallon tank. It'll fill 100 gallons per minute, so it'll take 15 minutes to fill it. Alright, this has been running about 5 minutes. You might not be able to see it on here, but it says it's up to 500 gallons. Once that one's filled up, I'll take this hose, which is now running into the top of that one, and I'll move it over to that one, and it'll also take about 15 minutes to fill. So that'll be about 3,000 gallons altogether between the two. Well, it's going to take a little time till those tanks fill up, so I guess it's time to eat a banana. Tasty. Okay, both tanks are now full, about 1,500 gallons. We're ready to go back up and go ahead and fill up the blue tanks. Okay, I pulled the water truck here with the two big tanks on it next to the blue tanks in that first field that we came to this morning. And I'm filling up these tanks with water. This one's kind of full enough, so I'll shut that one off. Take this hose off. Put it over here. This other tank I'll let fill up a little longer. You can see the water flows out of there. Like so. Into the tank. Pretty fast. Comes out of this tank right here. There's Mama. And there's the baby.
Every kid's going to owe millions, and they're going to spend their entire lifetime paying off the debt we're accumulating now. All right, thank you both. Appreciate it. Quick break. When we come back, we'll hit the phone. Toll free. It's 800-941-STALL if you want to be a part of the program. If you guys tomorrow, with your family, have enough to pay the bill, or can they make their house, savings, and dream for the good education, you don't have to put them down. Getting through life insurance to provide your family with fast, easy, and amazing way to order. A 5-minute call to AIG Direct is 1. That's 1-800-771-5801. 1-800-771-5801.
I will never forget the day my son Jeremy told me he hated me and slammed the door in my face. I'm behavioral therapist Janet.
Hey there, Shanny. Hey there, Goober. As I come home, I know that it's not only cow water that freezes, it's also dog water. It's frozen on the top. See, there's ice. I'll just give them new water. Yeah, Shanny. You want some water? You want some water, Sammy? What you doing? Where's Goober? Goober! Hi. Hi, Goober. Hi, Sammy. Come on. Come on. Playing around? Come on. What you doing? What you doing? What you doing? It's all white. Hey, Goober! Come here, Goober! Come here, Goober! Yeah! Goober! Come here, Goober! Come here! Sandy keeps blocking you.